One of my favorite strategies to really help players, and I actually did this a lot. I was mentoring a college baseball player, Division I college baseball player, over this past baseball season. And one of the things that I would do when we would talk is I tried to minimize my directives and my suggestions and tried to spend the entire time asking questions to bring stuff up. And then I would also use my own experience or some examples from my own life or from my own baseball playing career to help them out, to give them some perspective. But asking questions, I think, is so key. I think a lot of times from talking to parents, especially when they have challenges with connecting with their child, especially after a bad game, bad playing experience, mistakes have been made, maybe it was a tough baseball season, and there's always that thing within a parent to say, okay, I know what they should do. Let me just tell them so they can implement it. But one of the things that I think questions do, especially when we ask questions without judgment or judging their answers, but I think one of the keys that does is that, especially when you ask a question that's tied to, hey, what was your thought process, or how did you feel after you struck out? When that ball went between your legs, what was your thought process? How'd you feel? How'd you bounce back from that? What you're doing by asking questions like that, especially, is you're helping them to become mindful, which mindfulness is a key skill to help players play in the present moment. And just by getting in the habit of asking those types of questions and getting them to think about what they're thinking about in certain moments or how they're feeling in certain moments, eventually what you're going to do is you have the potential and the opportunity to help them as they mature to do that same process for themselves, so that it could be in the next few games, depending on the maturity level of your child, it could take another few years, but eventually they're going to start becoming much more confident in how they respond to things that happen on the field. And it's going to help them stay in the present moment, because that's really where athletes need to remain, in the present moment. When athletes start being overly concerned about the error that happened last inning, or they're overly concerned about what might happen in the future, they're not staying in the present moment. And those two things is what's creating a fear, or just not being focused on what they need to do. So I hope this perspective and this idea helps you as you talk to your child, as you help them overcome mistakes, as you help them navigate their emotions. And if this is helpful for you, share it, but also click the link below, because I've created a mini course called Unlocking Confidence, a parent's guide to helping your child overcome the fear of failure. And I've got a lot of different strategies, ideas, tools, resources, because in my playing experience, the fear of failure is probably one of the most common issues. I dealt with it. A lot of the kids that I've mentored or athletes that I've been working with or that I've talked to, they all deal with it on some level. So again, Steve Young, your baseball mentor with Athletes Approach. Click that link below. Go check that out. Take the mini course. Hope it helps you out, and I'll see you soon.